Hi everyone, so I'm here for a quick makeup date. It's not going to be quick. I have quite a few things to go through. But just as an FYI, I'm again changing up my filming setup. And I'm actually standing this time. It feels weird, so if you see me like move around on the screen, that's kind of why. And I was sitting on a bar stool and was already setting things up kind of at a higher height. And it just, I don't know, I wonder if I'll come across more natural if I'm standing. I don't know, who knows? I'm dressed up a little bit. I have a nice shirt on, a nice blouse, which I never wear anymore. Did a little bit of extra special makeup, did some winged eyeliner, and put on some earrings. But I am, full disclosure, I am still in my pajama pants because it is that time of night, and I am just here to play with my makeup and have some fun, and then get on here and film for you. So we'll see how it goes today. I am also recovering from a cold, so if you hear that in my voice, that's why. But I'm hoping that I can still get this update out to you because I do have quite a number of things to go over. And I've been a little bit antsy to film because I just did a few days of a makeup Sabbath. I filmed a video less than a week ago about it, and basically I'm just every 7 weeks I'm taking a break from project panning, not makeup per se, but just like really hardcore, like focusing on project panning items. So I got to play with my makeup the last few days, and that's been super fun. But now I'm like back in it, ready to film some videos, ready to film some updates, and excited to show you what I've been up to. So first, let's talk about a few, let's talk about the ins. I feel like I don't often start with that, but I think it'll be easier to talk about the ins and then talk about the outs. So I guess just a few quick things. I got some more sponges. I realize I use my sponges heavily, like for every product nearly in my makeup routine. So I'm going through them, I think, a lot faster than I thought I would. So I picked up a pack from Amazon, and these are really cool, actually. I haven't even opened these yet. Um, but these are really cool shapes. And I think I got a pack of these for like 12 bucks. It really wasn't bad. Basically, they are the traditional egg shape. So I'm trying to figure out where I can hold this where you can see it, maybe against my hair. They're a traditional egg shape, but they have a really, really large flat side. And the bottom is also a little flat too. I didn't realize that. So both of these sides are a little bit flat. And I feel like I just use so many of my face products with a sponge. So I thought that maybe this could be a good option for me. So I have 6 of these. And I've been typically going through a sponge about every 2 to 3 weeks. I try to make it last for 3 weeks. So we'll see if this can get me through the end of the year. All right, next in I got was I was actually, I guess is related to an out, but my DIY loose powder packaging broke, and so I ended up buying a few replacements. I actually got a pack of 3, and I just posted a video about how I made my DIY bronzer or DIY loose powder. But yeah, I got 3 of these, and then just made 1 for now. So I still have 2 empty ones that I'll be using in the future. We'll see what I use it for. Now I'm curious about like loose highlighters, loose blush, because I'm just not really gravitating towards powder products right now. So, or like pressed powder products. I'm wondering if a loose product might be more interesting to use. We'll see. I have 3 of these, so that might be cool to use. And then I did get an order from Glambot. I was eyeing I saw they had a mini Rocketeur that came into the inventory. So that's here. It is a discontinued benefit product. And I was just eyeing this. As soon as I opened it up, I was like, oh no, I have this product in my collection. Not this product, but I have this shade. And this is what you get for like, I don't know, just believing the hype. So I should have really talked myself out of this, but I think after like looking, I was trying to do my research too, like after looking at swatches and stuff, it still seemed a little bit different, a little bit special, but now looking at it, I'm like, it's actually not that special to my collection. So if you're wondering what a not discontinued option would be, I would say that this, and honestly, my camera and my setup right now is not good for swatches, but as you can see, it's like a really subtle peachy color. Really good options in my collection, at least, are MAC Warm Soul from their Mineralized Blush collection. I hope at the very least you can tell that it is not that different of a color. And then also the So Natural Cream Glow Play Blush from MAC as well. And so I have it in a different packaging, but it is that shade. And I think that one might actually be more similar than Warm Soul. So hopefully you can see that there. This is Raw Couture, Warm Soul, and So Natural from the cream blush. So yeah, I'm honestly a little bit disappointed that I have to work through yet another product of the same shade, because it's honestly not a shade that I'm gravitating towards as much anymore. Um, and yeah, so it's in my collection. It's a powder, so it's gonna last a little longer. So in some sense, I'm glad I have a piece of like makeup history, but not super stoked that I now have something that I already owned and just like wasn't able to talk myself out of it fast enough. And then I also noticed that Glambot had in stock the Rare Beauty Balm in nearly mauve, which I was already eyeing to purchase anyway. It's a kind of a purpley version of their balm versus nearly neutral was like very brownish. So very mauvey. I'm realizing my lip tone is a little bit mauvey, like my lips are better. This might pull a little bit more purple on me than my natural lip color, so I need to play around with this a little bit more. But um, I was already eyeing it anyway, so part of me was like, I can justify this. Part of me is like, oh man, I should have waited, but it is what it is now. I'll take some time to play with it, and I won't let this last very long in my collection because I had already gotten it used. It might not have actually been used, but like it might have been opened or like it was bought before I bought it off of Glambot. Does that make sense? So I need to make short life of this. All right, let's talk about the outs. This is very exciting. So my little bag of empties here. Now let's do the boring outs first. I have some skincare outs. I used up those Sawasu, what do they call it? The Essential Balancing Water. EX. I'm not really sure what the EX stands for, but when I looked up instructions around this, it was to be used after your serum. So that's what I did. And yeah, nothing I would gravitate towards. It just seems kind of like a thick toner, really, more than anything else. And then I also used up the MAC Hyperreal Fresh Canvas cleansing oil, which this got me hooked a little bit more back on cleansing oils. I don't think this MAC one is necessarily anything special, but I think the concept of a cleansing oil now is really appealing to me, especially as I've been playing more and more with my makeup. So, so I'm glad this, got me on track with something, but not something that I would have purchased. This was 15 milliliters, which is very generous for a free product. And then let me see. So I do have a few. Let me see before I talk about that one. Oh, I used up my Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil. It's all done now. Kind of doing this with one hand. But yeah, I sharpened it until it basically fell out. So that's done. And then I did officially finish my cream bronzer. I put it into, I mixed it in with something else and put it into a different container. Use that up. Actually, it's right here. Let me show you guys. Put this down over here. Yeah, I mixed this with like another lip liner and stuff, and that is all done. I was using quite a good amount of it every time I would use it, and I was actually also mixing it against the back of my hand a lot. So I think that's how I used up most of it, and just the fact that like a beauty sponge just will like soak up a lot of product too. So, but yeah, let me show you that sponge actually, because I was telling you how whatever I mixed it, the lip liner I mixed it with like was staining and everything. But yeah, this sponge is like so dirty. I didn't even clean it after my last use of it. But yeah, this pink is all stained from that lip liner. Which I looked at the description online and it doesn't say anything about it staining. It's a honeysuckle lip liner from Tarte, which last time I checked it wasn't in stock for some reason, but it came in their holiday lip kit. But anyways, yeah, so totally stained it. And but yeah, I'm just like, I really can't justify like using such a gross looking sponge, even though I like thoroughly clean it with a sponge cleanser every time. So I think I'm just gonna let the sponge go too. All right, these are my more exciting empties. So I did do my little lip experiment with putting the Rare Beauty tinted lip oil into my Buxom lip gloss, and it turned out a beautiful shade. So if you haven't seen that short yet, that's a really, really great one. This is such a beautiful shade. I honestly don't even want to use this product up, which sounds bad, but this product is fairly new to my collection. It's less than 3 months old, and I really want to see if I can find a dupe of this because this is a Franken lip product. I do want to see if I can find a dupe for this. whether it's Sephora or drugstore or something. Because it's just like the perfect, it's literally a My Lips But Better. It's kind of like a pinky, it's definitely like a pinky mauve, not a true mauve, not like the Rare Beauty balm that I just bought. Um, so I definitely want to see if I can find a dupe of this. If not, I'll bring it to Lip Lab when after my Project Lip Lab is over, and see if they can dupe it there. So this packaging is out of my collection. And then another Rare Beauty packaging that's out of my collection, and what I'm very excited to talk about is, let me find what I wanted to show here. So I talked about, if you've been following, which I don't, if I don't, you don't need to, but I have this Rare Beauty dewy lip balm in Compliment, and it was actually quite a deep dark color, and I don't know if I can I even pick off a swatch here? I don't think so. I think I cleaned it out so well. Basically, I cleaned it out. It was a super, super dark color. It was kind of a really slippery formula, so it was hard for me to wear. Even blotting it on was hard. And yeah, like this packaging is so beautiful in terms of its magnetic packaging, which is why I bought it. And I was like, oh, I'm really into darker lip colors. I might as well get it. But yeah, it just like ended up not being something I gravitate towards. And I thought I would declutter and everything, but I was like, I really want to do a little makeup project where I make a my version of the Westman Atelier lip palette. And if you haven't seen yet, it's like probably really luxe, like dense gold packaging, and inside they have it's basically just like a round pan with like stripes of lip color in it. And so I made it for myself, and I hope it's still intact. But I had a little Stila compact here that used to house the Oasis eyeshadow, super old. But I just had the empty compact because I knew it was beautiful, and have done different. I think I pressed a blush in here for a while. I had a face powder in here for a while. Um, which I got rid of to make space for this. So I went ahead and made my own little lip palette. Isn't it beautiful? Sorry if you hear the vacuum. My husband's vacuuming. But yeah, isn't it beautiful? I adore this, and I haven't really used it yet because I'm obviously working on another lip palette this year. Um, but this is a really interesting idea to me. I think moving forward, that between the other lip palette that I can be using like my makeup scraps or like my lipsticks, because I really do enjoy using lip palettes to use up my lipsticks. So yeah, I'm excited about this option. I don't know if all the colors here like really make sense together, if they mix really well for something I like, but for what it is, for the experiment it was, I think it turned out fantastic. So I will be, if it's not up already, but I'll be uploading how I made this, and I'm hoping that you'll enjoy seeing that process because it was really fun. All right, I talked a little bit about this empty already, so but this is the old packaging, but like, oh my goodness, it just fell apart. I was so disappointed. As much as I said, like, this is like, I think this delivery is my favorite, but the quality of this is not it. This was just a kind of an Amazon, like quick Amazon purchase. So yeah, I think it was also the way I was holding it. I was just putting a lot of pressure on the hinges. I would actually flip it open upside down and really like press open on the hinges. So I think that was what really made this fall apart at the end of the day. So don't do that to your compacts. Be nice to them. I need to be nicer with mine. So this packaging is out, and yeah, this got me onto a whole new train of things. So I'm grateful for what it did for me. Practicing a little bit of Marie Kondo there, if you know what I'm alluding to. All right, another out is this e.l.f. green color corrector. If you haven't seen this short yet, I mixed this in with actually the foundation I'm using right now, and it actually doesn't look super green. I had like a 2 orange MAC sample, so I put that all in there, and it kind of not neutralized it, but it shifted it so it wasn't so orange. And then I think I put in like a few dabs of a lighter color. So I don't think it honestly looks all that bad. And it's a sample size, so I'll just use that for what it is. But yeah, I won't be probably repurchasing a green color corrector in my near future. All right, I know it has already been long, but let me see if there's anything else I want to update you on. I don't think so. I have a few things in my deck of panning that I am about to film that I'll update you guys on. Um, and yeah, overall, I think with all these ins and outs, it's been a really exciting time in my collection. I think that a lot of these outs marked some of these were like long haul products. I had really worked them into my makeup routine, and it became a flow. And so now I'm a little bit in a phase where I'm like, what do I do? How do I replace, that Charlotte Tilbury liner that I was using on my cheeks a lot? Um, I did pull in something else to use. For that, I think I'm trying to use up this Franken lipstick that I made. It's really, really pretty color. Trying to layer that on under, but I've actually also been really starting to get back into powder products. I was pulling in my my Sephora Micro Smooth palette. I think they discontinued this, so that it was on sale. I grabbed it on sale, but really love mixing these two colors together. Trying to pull in like highlighters and stuff too. So I don't know, I'm just like in a different phase now. I'm definitely in a transition period, and it feels weird because I was so set on panning certain, like using certain items to pan, and using them in multi-purpose ways. But now that it's gone, I'm like, what do I do? So do my best. I think even thinking through like I don't know if I updated you guys on this yet, but I made my MAC Viva Glam lip palette actually glam. I bought some nail decals and started using that, decorated with this. And I also have been using them to mark my products. So like my Partners in Cream products, I marked, I don't know if you can see the tip there. I marked them with like a little rose sticker. Which is one that you might be able to tell a little bit better. Maybe this one, my MAC groundwork. But yeah, I put that little rose decal there to remind me that this is part of the project. Yeah, I thought it was just like a cool way to like help me visually remember to use those, or remember that, oh, that's part of that project. I was using kind of like these stickers before, just like these Sesame Street stickers that my daughter had, and it wasn't cutting it. So I just bought a little pack of nail stickers for myself. They were just like a few bucks. But yeah, in terms of my lip palette, I have some really great progress. I now have pan in 5 of the 6 shades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I realized I really just want to use these two. At least maybe it's just the phase I'm in right now. But yeah, still not super gravitating towards these if I'm not using these heavily. I'm feeling weird about this palette. Not to give up on it, but like I need to experiment more with it. I'm actually tempted to see if I can use this as a cream bronzer somehow. I'm not exactly sure how yet, but I want to make it work as a cream bronzer because I don't think there's going to be any other way I'll use it up. So, and like other, these other ones that I'm not really using on my lips, maybe as cream cheek products. So now that I'm without a cream bronzer and without really a cream cheek product, that's kind of where my mind is gravitating towards. So anyways, yeah, just kind of thinking through things. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my collection right now. And I'm sure I'll give you guys an update very, very soon. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.